Helen Mirren, the British actress who played Queen Elizabeth, I believe, said something very profound about aging. She said, aging is not about growing older, but rather about growing up. And I totally agree. Thank you, Helen, for that wonderful quote. Oh boy, I'm just a tad bit nervous about this video. This video is definitely going to be an unconventional makeup video. I want to show you, based on artwork, what you can achieve with your eye looks and your makeup. But sometimes we need to kind of spice things up a little bit and have some fun. And makeup as a creative avenue can be a work of art. I'm going to show you. You may have seen this study, it's called a study, in the back corner over here. And this study I did approximately, over 40 years ago. I was working on using a translucent pigment with my paints, vis-a-vis primer before foundation. And I was also experimenting with different forms. So this, as very large as it is, you can see the sheen from the pigment that I used, is what I called a study. And all these years I have had it downstairs in my basement and I have stared at it. And I finally decided that I'm going to take this study and complete it and make it a piece of art that can be purchased. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you with this piece of art, and by putting on some makeup on my eyes, how to achieve a very similar look. Because really there's no difference from creating this and creating this. None. Because the philosophy and some of the techniques and the theory are the same. And I feel that we can merge a little art lesson in with our makeup. So let's get into it. I am going to use some old makeup tools of mine that I don't use anymore. They're dirty, and that's okay. I've got this sponge, this smaller sponge, this wedged sponge with a point. And what I want to show you here is this dark color and this lighter area right here. I'm going to take the wedge side of this. You can see that it's flat right here. And I'm going to put it into the yellow paint. Now I'm using acrylic paint. I want to make sure I get a really good. And I'm going to take this yellow And I'm going to put it over this very dark brown. It's a red brown, like a burnt umber, dark burnt umber. And I'm going to place this over, so I'm taking light and I'm placing it over dark. So I'm pressing this light yellow on the dark burnt umber. Do you see what happens to the yellow? This color is the same as this color on the white. Because these are acrylic paints and I'm using a sponge, you can see how sheer this is on a darker color. So the base is dark and the paint on top is light. It's giving a totally different effect than if I did this over here. Let me turn. Do you see the difference? Do you see how clear this is and how muted this is? It's almost muddy. It's the same principle when you are going to put on your eyeshadow. If you take your eyeshadow and you just put it on your eyelid without a primer, you're going to get something like this. With a primer, you're going to get something like this. Okay? It's theory. You want to lighten up the area before you darken it. So whatever colors that you place on top of it, it's going to show more crisp and vibrant and true to life of the color in the eyeshadow palette. Today's makeup video is just about eyeshadow in an ombre effect over an eye primer using 3 or 4 colors. And I'm going to show you my way of doing it, because you really don't want to be spending an hour in front of your mirror every morning, but you might like the effect. So I'm going to prime my eyelids. I don't have any makeup on. All I have on is my Nivea cream from early this morning, and it's already soaked all the way into my skin. Every now and then I like to switch up my creams a little bit, and I just love wearing my Nivea cream. I'm going to go with this color right here, which is also an off-white, more like an eggshell. Okay, that's better. I'm also, my eyebrows are not done. I'll have all that done after. I'm also going to take this and I'm just going to place it under my eyebrow. Remember, light to dark. So I want all this, including in here, light. Do you see how easy that was? Using the same brush. You're going light to dark. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay? I'm now going to use, I think I'm going to bring that color over just a little bit more to about right there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this color right here. And I'm just going to take my brush and I'm just going to put a line from my crease down to my eyelashes. Just a line. I'm not blending yet. You can make it as thick as you want. And then I'm going to take this brick terracotta color and I'm going to make a line with that as well, a little bit shorter. Okay? Didn't do anything to this color because we're going from light to dark. And then I think that's going to be it for colors. I think that's going to be it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to begin to blend from the corner to the outside of my eye. Okay? I want to make sure this is my stopping point. So, let's start blending. I've got a towel here. I'm just going to wipe it. It's just like a paintbrush. I'm going back and I'm going to blend the next color. Wiping. Now I'm going into the next color. And that color, I can swipe over the second color a little bit. And I'm making sure that I only go to there. And I'm using a circular motion. Do you see that? Wiping again. Going back. Blending out. Blending out. I'm going to take this brush again and I'm going to clean it off. You could stop right here. I just want to pat that in just a little bit more. That's it. That's it. Now I'm going to take a clean blending brush and I'm going to make sure that I'm bringing the lighter color and I'm merging it in with my ombre light to dark effect. It's very monochromatic. Now you can do the same thing with, say, a yellow, a hot pink, a purple, if you're into those colors. Okay? Let me get in close. Do you see what I did? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up. I don't have any foundation on. I'm just going to take a corner of my wipe and I'm going to clean that up. I'm not usually, when I put makeup on because it's something that I love to do, and for you guys, I'm not that picky. I will put my foundation on first because that's how I always did it. But today, this is for eyeshadow. Now what I'm going to do for finishing touches is I'm going to take a very thin brush and I'm going to go into this very, very dark chocolate brown. These are eyeshadows. This is not, you know, eyeliner. And I'm going to, I was trying something out here. I'm going to just brush a little bit of it off on my hand. And I'm going to see me trying to get myself you know. I don't know why I do that. But I'm just going to draw a very light dark brown line under my eyes. And you can keep dipping in because this is eyeshadow. It's powder. It's, you know, it's powder. Basically, pressed powder. And now I'm going to kind of wing it up over my eye. But I'm not going all the way over. I want to keep it just soft. I'll show you another technique. All right. If you can draw your name, you can do this. If you can draw your name, I used to tell my students, even my kindergartners, if you can spell out your name, and they were learning their names, like, let's do the letter A. If you can do that, you can do this. So you take and you just draw up and over the eye. And notice I'm not being real picayune. I'm not being picayune because I'm going to go back with my smudge brush and I'm just going to smudge it over. And now I'm going to just take that and bring it a little bit under to soften it. That's it for an ombre. This is a neutral. If you want to put a shimmer right here, you can do that. Okay? Let me give you an example. Okay? I'm not using a shimmer eyeshadow, I'm using a highlighter. And I'm going to take my smudge brush. I've cleaned it off. Just take it. This is an old dish towel that's like microfiber that I never use because I don't like it. And that's my makeup cloth. Take your smudge brush, and I do both sides. I go one side and then the other side. And you can tap it off because you do not want this getting in your eyes. This is the same color essentially as what I put here. You can bring that over from the inner corner. And then just like that. But if you want an ombre look, you don't want to stop the ombre by putting something right there. The goal is to take other people's eyes and bring them in. You want to bring their eyes in. You know how people say, That's what you want. And if you distract them, they're not going to come down the center of your face and see everything. Now, if you do not want to use any eyebrow products, here's another tip. I'm going to take my pencil brush. And I think I want like almost like an ashen. It doesn't show it, okay, at an angle you can really see. I'm going to take this taupe, dark taupe color right here. And do you see how having fun changes everything? I gotta go back now. Okay. And a back there. All right. Back to the drawing board. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I'm going to take my pencil brush and I'm going to use the taupe. And I'm going to fill in my brows with it. Notice how I'm putting my finger on my cheek. Another reason why you don't want to put your foundation on first. But if that's something that you do, and this is all you have to do, and you won't mess up your foundation. See what I did? I'm going to go back on this side, do the same thing. I've always put my foundation on first. Always. But today I am doing it the proper way. And it's just because it's quicker, really. I mean, you can always clean up. It doesn't take that long, but there, eyebrows done. How quick was that? And if you're used to touching your face, if you use a setting spray, just spray straight across your eyebrows. And it takes care of that. I think I'm going to use my Natasha Denona Concealer as a foundation. So we just did a quick ombre eye look. You want to talk about quick. It smells good too. I'm going to take my stipple brush that I showed you the other day, and I am just going to blend this in. I want to get it in before it dries. If the properties that are in the Natasha Denona Concealer are for under eyes, then it stands to reason it would be good for the face. Check this out, you guys. Look, I'm going to put, here's my spots. I have a spot here, but the concealer covered it up. Watch this. Let's see, where else? My mole. Covered. There's a couple more spots there. You can go back. Hey, while I'm at it, let's do this spot, that spot. I have spots. It's hereditary. It's not just from laying in the sun when I was young. It's hereditary. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, you guys, I think I just found my new foundation. My Natasha Denona Concealer. Check this out. I'm blown away. And down. I am blown away by this. I am blown away by this. I'm going to take my powder puff and I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder. Not baked, whatever, pressed powder. And I'm just going to go around my nose with it, under my eyes, my forehead, do you think this would pass for the latte look? Maybe. And now I'm going to put on my mascara. And what I'm excited about is that I don't have any liquid eyeliner stuck inside my eyelashes. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section below if you would like me to teach you some art classes. I love putting on liquid eyeliner, but I like it better than the gel. And it's only because of my eyesight. I need to order another Nobulash Mascara. I have used this so much. And it really is my signature mascara. I mean, really, I don't need false eyelashes. Look at these. If I'm just going to poke out and run errands, I don't line my lips, but I do put on lipstick. A lot of times I will just put blush on and lipstick and no other makeup. This is a matte. It's really pretty. It's a really pretty color. I haven't used it in a while. Let's see, should I take my hair down? You know what I did? I have not, believe it or not, I have not brushed my hair today at all. All I did was clipped it. I mean, I'll turn around. I've got all these little tendrils hanging. It's probably a mess, but whatever. Oh, we forgot something very critical. Blown away by the Natasha Denona Concealer as a foundation. I mean, wow. All right, I'm going to go straight across my eyebrows first because I told you guys about that. Ready? Close my eyes. I can feel the cool breezes coming off the ocean and the smell of salt air as I lounge in my chair, drinking my beer. Okay, you guys, be well, be blessed, be beautiful, because you are, because there is nobody else like you. And I have to show you something. Look what I have. It's been 3 weeks, okay? I'm supposed to make it to 4 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I told you guys 3 weeks ago that I was not going to order any foundation for a month. Foundation is my addiction. Mwah. I will see you. You know what this means, right? Oneness in mind, body, and spirit. And in alignment with Source. Mwah.